Greetings, everyone. I am Sharon Johnson Shirley, Chair of the Indiana University Northwest Board of Advisors. And I'd like to take this time to thank you for joining our special evening, even though it's unconventional. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the celebration. Will you please help me in welcoming Jerry Pat Gabbard, Vice Chancellor of the University Advancement and External Affairs. Jerry, please join me on the platform. Thank you. Everyone, enjoy your evening.
Thank you, Sharon, for the introduction. And to all of you, thank you for joining us at this year's 2020 Chancellor's Medallion celebration. Although we are unable to be together physically and in the same room, the meaning and focus of this event, of celebrating student success, is still very much the same and very much alive. And this is in large part because of you, because of your support and philanthropy to our students. We are so grateful to the 2020 Chancellor's Medallion sponsors for their continued belief in the mission of Indiana University Northwest and your willingness to continue to provide scholarship dollars to our students, a much needed resource to support the goals and aspirations of achieving a college degree. To be honest, this year's celebration, while different, it is still so special and truly has an even greater and more significant meaning. Today is all about our students, their drive, persistence, and determination to better themselves. Our students' dreams, optimism, and ambitions did not stop because of COVID. Actually, just the opposite. Someone very familiar with this reality because he lives it each and every day is Associate Professor of Theater Mark Baer. Mark was elected Faculty Organization President this past spring, 1 week prior to the pandemic. So that you too could have a glimpse into the lives of our students, we asked Mark to create a short theatrical performance for us. In the video that follows, Mark reads, in the voices of his students, a collection of messages he's personally received from his students, first-year students, during the semester. As you listen to the students' stories, I encourage you to look beyond the many obstacles that they are facing and to hear their incredible resilience, determination, and tenacity.
Hello, Professor Baer. I appreciate your concern. I believe that I am doing okay, but I had a death in my family 2 weeks ago, and it has been negatively affecting my mental state. I apologize for my lack of attendance, and I plan on being in class Wednesday. There is so much going on right now, and it is making everything very difficult, but I'll figure it out. Thank you for reaching out to me. I'll see you Wednesday. Professor Baer, I had to call off work indefinitely because of COVID-19. 3 households in my family have confirmed cases, and few people wear their masks properly at my work. My mom is anxious enough because of my family. I don't want to make it worse. Everything I have saved up has to go to repairing my car and paying college fees. I was wondering if you knew anyone hiring for distance work? Everywhere I've looked requires experience I don't have. If you don't know anyone looking, it's okay. But I would appreciate any nudge in the right direction you could give me. Hi. I'm sorry for not coming in on Monday. It was just overall not a good day. I recently just got a job, and so that has been a lot of stress on top of my schoolwork. It was one of the only days off that I had, and I needed to take the day and get some stuff figured out, and I had to go grocery shopping for my family. I know that is not a really good excuse. I know I should have come to class. I debated a lot on if I should have went or not. I'm going to be honest with you because I don't want you to think I'm just slacking. Sometimes it's hard for me to come to class. I live an hour away, so sometimes it is hard for me to make it to class. I drop my sister off at school at 6 a.m., then I come to class, then I go to pick her up from school, and I have a job after that. My mom passed away a year ago in September, and my dad works from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day. So I am the one who takes care of my sister. It has been hard for me to find the motivation to do anything. I am trying my best to stay focused and organized. And when my mom passed, my anxiety shot through the roof. And it is getting better now, but I am telling you this because I know I am not very talkative in class, but that is the reason why. This is all so new to me, and I have to do it mostly alone. My dad will not help me with anything, and I'm really sorry for not coming to class Monday, but I will make sure that I am present on Wednesday. This is my response. Thank you again for writing me. I'm in tears reading this again. I am so inspired by the responsibilities you are taking on for your family and the efforts you are making to rise to the challenge of earning a degree. Let me tell you, I believe you have come to the right school and that you can succeed here. I can't know the pain and challenges of your life. I do understand what it's like to lose someone and be left alone and in charge. When I was 13, my grandmother died of colon cancer. She was the main breadwinner in my household at the time, as my mother and father were divorced and both lived far away. During the months leading up to her death, I remember feeling numb and hopeless at times. I honestly don't know how we made it. I am so sorry for what you are having to carry. I believe you can make it, as I did, and that you will discover more strength and ability in yourself than you ever knew was there. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Sincerely. Hey, Professor, I just wanted to make sure you're doing okay. Since class was canceled, I also wanted to make sure that quiz 3 was the one due tonight. I didn't want to do it and it be the wrong quiz. Just let me know. P.S. It's so much easier now that I have the book for myself. Laugh emoji. Thanks for everything. See you Wednesday. Last year, about 2/3 of our first-time full-time freshmen returned for a second year, despite the challenges of the pandemic. This number may not seem remarkable until you consider each student's story as an individual. The resilience displayed by our students gets me out of bed every morning. Thank you so much for your support of IU Northwest students at this crucial time. I wish you health and happiness.
Thank you, Mark, for sharing those very powerful and personal stories with us. The student stories mention the hardship, late nights, and significant balancing acts that our students face every day. And despite the challenges our students have faced in the last few months, you also heard messages of care and hope, dedication, and most of all, perseverance as they remain committed to their goal of earning a college degree. In most cases, our students' continued commitment to their pursuit of an IU degree is due to their own sheer will and determination, but also because of the care, concern, and commitment of our dedicated faculty and staff, in which I'm so proud to be a part of the Red Hawk family. Today, you'll also hear messages firsthand from 3 amazing IU Northwest students who are also this year's 2020 Chancellor's Medallion Student Scholarship recipients. Your support of this event is the very reason these students are able to share their story, as 100% of the proceeds from this annual event fund their scholarship. You'll also hear from our new Chancellor, Ken Iwama, and John Applegate, Executive Vice President for University Academic Affairs at IU. And it is always a special occasion when IU President Michael McRobbie is able to join us. And now to the moment we've always looked forward to, hearing directly from our students. It is now my pleasure to introduce you to Chanelle Watkins, a 2020 Chancellor's Medallion Scholarship recipient. Chanelle is likely not an unfamiliar face, as she's been a recipient of this scholarship for the last 3 years. We are excited to once again award her this scholarship, a testament that over the last few years, she has done exactly what she promised to do: work hard and earn her Indiana University degree. We applaud her efforts and give her early congratulations as she is set to graduate in the spring of 2021. Today, I invite you to get to know Chanelle and all of our students a little bit better and consider how you can be a part of their success story. Your past contributions to our campus and this event specifically have helped our students earn a college degree. You are the reason dreams continue to stay alive. And to be honest, you're the reason why events just like this one continue to happen. Without a doubt, Chanelle tells her story the very best. So now it is my honor to hand the program over to Chanelle. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Chanelle Watkins. I'm from Gary, Indiana, and I'm a senior majoring in nursing. So I transferred to IUN a couple years ago. The university that I went to previously was very big, and I don't think it was the best option for me as far as what my learning style is. I need a much smaller, more intimate type of environment to be successful with my learning, and I definitely got that here at IUN. During this pandemic, at the start, it was very hard to transition to online. As nursing students, we do a lot of direct patient care and our skills are very hands-on. So transitioning to online simulations and online work was kind of hard. But I think structuring my day and doing daily work, like school work goals, definitely helped provide structure and help me thrive in my academics. Before I had this scholarship, it was very stressful trying to fit in work, studying, and going to class. I felt like if I didn't neglect one, then the others didn't get done. And it's not a good option to neglect schoolwork because it's so easy to fall behind. And I think that this scholarship definitely alleviated a stress for me. In the future, I would like to work as a nurse on a labor and delivery unit. I'm very passionate about women's health. Here in Indiana, we have a very high maternal mortality rate and an infant mortality rate. So working on a unit like that will give me some kind of chance to kind of turn some of that around, see what we can fix here, and things like that. Again, I want to say I'm very thankful for this scholarship and all the opportunities that it has given me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chanelle, for sharing your story with us. I'm Ken Iwama, Chancellor of Indiana University Northwest. Welcome to the Chancellor's Medallion event, where each year we celebrate IU Northwest's noble mission of changing lives by honoring our remarkable students. Represented tonight by our 2020 Chancellor's Medallion student scholarship recipients, Chanelle Watkins, whom you just met, and Leslie Estrada and Jared Tomic, whom you'll be meeting very shortly. I'm speaking to you, socially distanced and isolated, from the rooftop of the library. I wanted to start my remarks from a point of inspiration, and being able to look across our beautiful campus and beyond to surrounding Northwest Indiana does indeed lift the soul. However, it's getting a little cold up here, so if you allow me, I'm going to carry this inspiration inside to finish my remarks. Thank you. And I truly hope to make it through my first Indiana winter. Looking out into the horizon also stirred reflection of my journey here over the summer with my wife Joanne. The students, faculty, staff, Bill and Pamela Lowe, our Board of Advisors, Alumni Association, and the Northwest Indiana community have welcomed us with open arms. albeit with masks on and no actual physical contact. But we will never forget your overwhelming kindness to two strangers from the Northeast. In fact, because of you, my transition has been remarkably quick and effective. From the Jersey Shore to the dunes and shores of Lake Michigan, from the New York Jets to the Chicago Bears, and frankly, if you've been following the Jets the last couple of years, that was a welcome change. From New York-style pizza to, well, I haven't quite made that transition yet, but I have faith that I will. And finally, from Jersey guy to Hoosier and Red Hawk. IU Northwest is my new home, and in just 4 short months, I have already experienced firsthand some of the things that make us advantageously unique, that make us great. The depth of excellence of faculty research, scholarship, performing, and creative arts. The nurturing power of our faculty in connecting this academic energy to their students. The persistence of our accomplished and diverse students driven by the dream of changing their lives. Our critical role as an anchor institution for Northwest Indiana, illustrated in part by our significant economic impact in our communities, something that President McRobbie will be speaking about in more detail shortly. And finally, the unmitigated love and devotion our alumni have for our institution. This is the foundational strength of our home, from which our future can and will rise. Of course, this is not exactly how I envisioned my first Chancellor's Medallion event, but I don't lament what could have been. Instead, we celebrated another first together, our first virtual celebration. This is not feigned optimism. What we are doing here today is essentially what our students have been doing since last spring, confronting a global pandemic, social unrest, new ways of learning, isolation, and yes, even fear. But then pivoting, adapting, persevering, and ultimately doing their best to thrive in their own way. And they have had help from you. IU Northwest has been very fortunate over the years to have benefited from levels of philanthropic support that have allowed us to be recognized and distinctive in our region and among IU campuses. In the last 24 years, 30 great friends of IU Northwest have been recognized for their support with the Chancellor's Medallion Award, the highest honor that I, as Chancellor, can present. Let me once again honor these extraordinary recipients by sharing their names with you. Now, your engagement is more important than ever to students like Chanelle, Leslie, and Jared here tonight, and to many others who, with your help, can keep pivoting, adapting, persevering, and striving to graduation and lifelong success. Please consider making a gift in support of student scholarships by visiting iun.edu/medallion. While we will continue to award the Chancellor's Medallion in the future, today we're going to do something a little different and hopefully very special. This past spring and summer, we transitioned to full remote learning with all of the work and preparation that such an immediate and massive transition entails. Then we returned this fall to open our campus and offer in-person classes, embarking on another equally immense and complicated transition to make sure the health and safety of our students and our community could be maintained through social distancing, mask wearing, testing, and so much more. Our success, our students' success through it all, has been nothing short of miraculous. And that is due to the faculty and staff of IU Northwest. They have gone above and beyond any call to duty, demonstrating an unprecedented level of strength and resilience to meet the challenge of our time head on. So to our faculty and staff, to commemorate your outstanding performance, innovative contributions, tireless effort, and exceptional teamwork to support our students, you will be receiving this special lapel pin. We will also be giving this pin to other individuals and groups in recognition of their contributions. Please Wear it as a symbol of how we will remain IU strong in our commitment to the noble mission of IU Northwest. Why do I remain so confident about our future? Just look who is here to support us today. President McRobbie, Executive Vice President Applegate, our faculty, our staff, our students, our Board of Advisors, our alumni, and so many others. This Chancellor's Medallion celebration symbolizes the meaning behind the phrase we have been saying to ourselves and to each other at IU Northwest over and over again. It has allowed us, during a precarious and uncertain moment, to ascend as an academic institution. That phrase, we are in this together. Thank you, and now it's my great pleasure to ask Leslie Estrada, the second Chancellor's Medallion Student Scholarship recipient, to join us.
Hello everyone, my name is Leslie Estrada. I'm from Sauk Village, Illinois. This is my second year at IUN, and I'm also a nursing major. So a little bit about my college experience. Prior to coming to IUN, I was enrolled at a community college. I decided to look for a school that had a bachelor's program in nursing. So I had a good friend actually who referred me to the school. She goes, "Hey, I'm going to see IUN with her tour. Do you want to come along?" So I decided to tag along with her, and as soon as I stepped on campus, everyone was super welcoming and supportive, from the staff to the students. It was all really great to step on a campus and just feel welcome, especially being a transfer student. So coming to IUN has definitely put me one step closer in my goals and dreams. Thriving and trying to achieve your goals through this pandemic has definitely been hard, but it hasn't been impossible either. For me, staying close to my family and friends during these hard times has been a big driving factor for me to become a better student and to become a better person. So out of my immediate family, I am one of the first to go to college. Both of my parents are immigrants from Mexico, and they've had little to nothing throughout their whole lives. So they've had to make a lot of sacrifices in coming here, especially not knowing the culture, the language, or any of that. So they've definitely had to adapt. Both of my parents do not have an educational level past elementary. For them, education has always been big. You know, when you're little, you always tell your parents, like, "Yeah, Mom, I want to be just like you," or "Hey, Dad, I can't wait to be just like you." And my mom would look at me, and she'd look at me like I was crazy and tell me, "No, you're not going to be like me. I don't want you to be working a minimum wage job for the rest of your life and not having a choice in what you want to be in your life." She said, "I had no choice to become a provider for you guys, but I want you guys to have a choice in where you want to go and how you want to do it." So ever since then, it kind of stuck to me. It made me want to become a better person, and it's definitely wanted me to become a better student. And having a degree would be an absolute honor to not only myself, but to them as well. When I first received the scholarship, I was absolutely shocked and emotional. When I saw it, I was like, "Wait, no, that's not for me." I was like, "I don't think this is right, and I think someone made an error." My mom goes, "Well, check it out and see what's going on." So I decided to go on the website, and I saw, and it was a scholarship. I looked at my mom and I said, "No, this is not an error, Mom." And she goes, "Well, what do you mean?" She goes, "I got approved for the scholarship." My mom started tearing up, and along with her, I started tearing up as well, because the past couple months have definitely been difficult in terms of the pandemic. Financially, my father being the main financial provider was full-time, but he went to part-time. And me and my mother had to kind of like become the main providers, which has definitely been difficult, but it's still possible. So having the scholarship has definitely taken away that financial stress of having to pay for school. Having that has been absolutely life-changing, and I'm very appreciative of all of those who have donated. I want to thank each and every one of you who have donated, because without the scholarship, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't be the student I am today either. Having the scholarship has definitely changed me and my family. As for my future goals, I do hope to become a nurse in plastic surgery, or I would love to become a nurse practitioner.
Up until recently, I have come to the conclusion that my community lacks healthcare services. Deal with the proper resources, we're able to make a difference. So, like I've said before, I really do want to thank each and every one of you have donated. Our donations have been absolutely life-changing, and I really do appreciate even every one of you who has been able to do so to change people's lives like myself. Our next speaker is Indiana University's Executive Vice President for University Academic Affairs, John Applegate. Executive Vice President Applegate is also the James L. Calameris Professor of Law in IU's Moore School of Law in Bloomington. His leadership responsibilities include university-wide academic initiatives and programs, all aspects of public health and safety for IU, and of course, the 5 IU regional campuses. I am very pleased to turn the screen over to Executive Vice President John Applegate.
Thank you, Leslie. The resilience and strength that you and your fellow students continue to show inspires confidence in all of us that our future is in good hands. Though they have been with us for a little over 3 months, I want to begin by welcoming Chancellor Iwama and his wife, Joanne, to the IU family. Chancellor Iwama is a skilled, experienced, and accomplished administrator, and we are delighted that he is now part of the leadership team of the IU regional campuses. My wife, Amy, and I miss being in the region with all of you in person. Attending this event has been something of an annual tradition for us for many years, but we are delighted to gather with you virtually as we honor this year's recipients of the Chancellor's Medallion Student Scholarship. IU Northwest and the other regional campuses of Indiana University are an integral part of the university's statewide presence and an essential element in the university's mission to make high-quality, affordable education available in all corners of our state. With their strong faculties, committed students, and people-oriented staffs, the regional campuses play a critical role in responding to Indiana's needs for citizens with high-quality degrees and producing graduates who can compete locally, nationally, and even internationally for jobs, and who will help to meet the challenges of our future. I have spoken often of the importance of sustaining a virtuous cycle of support for regional campuses like IU Northwest. And the essence of it is successful students like the ones we recognize today, who will go on to great careers that are the foundation of thriving communities, or, as I like to put it, strong campuses in strong communities. Through the vast scope of its activities, IU Northwest also benefits the region and the state by enriching arts and culture, enhancing policymaking, promoting economic growth, and through extensive service and outreach that enhances the quality of life for all citizens. Even in these unprecedented times, we have seen countless inspiring examples of that culture of service. In the earliest weeks of the pandemic, Megan Foster, a student in IU Northwest's College of Health and Human Services, led an effort to produce face masks from surgical wraps for use by healthcare workers on the front lines in Northwest Indiana. IU School of Medicine students on the Gary campus also worked to mobilize donations of personal protective equipment and distribute it to frontline health workers in Gary and Munster. Students in the IU Northwest School of Nursing are currently serving on the front lines to control the spread of COVID-19 by leading the mitigation testing on the campus. And faculty member Marshila Harris of IU Northwest's Division of Social Work serves as a member of IU's Pandemic Health Disparities Fund Committee, a university-wide committee established by President McRobbie that works to mitigate the disproportionate burdens faced by people of color during the COVID-19 pandemic. All of us at Indiana University are enormously proud of the ways that these and other members of the IU Northwest community are confronting the pandemic with strength, courage, creativity, resilience, and togetherness to keep our university running, to protect everyone's health and safety, and to ensure that IU and the communities we serve across the state emerge better than ever from the present crisis. Their efforts are yet another example of the virtuous cycle of support that creates strong campuses in strong communities. The support that so many of you provide for student scholarships is yet another example of the virtuous cycle, because it is more essential than ever that an IU education remains affordable. Scholarships not only help to decrease out-of-pocket tuition costs for students, but they also help to keep the best Hoosier students in the region for college. And once they graduate, they are highly likely to remain in the region. This means that we have the luxury of witnessing the impact of our institution on our communities, even years after students leave their alma mater and enter the workforce, which is good for Indiana University, good for the region, and good for the state. Of course, it is for students that Indiana University exists. They contribute to the vibrant sense of community that exists on our campuses, and they make us proud with their accomplishments as students and, after graduation, as IU alumni. It is therefore my great pleasure to introduce one such student who is making all of us proud. Today's third and final recipient of the Chancellor's Medallion Student Scholarship, Jared Tomic. Jared is a junior from Cedar Lake, Indiana. He is majoring in radiology and currently holds a 3.9 grade point average. Jared, congratulations on receiving the 2020 Chancellor's Medallion Scholarship.
Hi, my name is Jared Tomic and I am from Dyer, Indiana. I am a junior here at IUN. One of the main reasons why I chose to come to IUN is because it's a local college that allows me to stay home and work while I'm going to school. I am paying for college all by myself, so any little bit of extra money I can get matters. It helps me tremendously. Another reason why I chose to come to IUN is because of the fact that I can just come to the campus whenever I need to get away from all of the outside distractions, so I can just focus on school and focus on my classwork. Another reason why I chose IUN is because of their amazing radiography program. My mom is a radiologic technologist, and she introduced me to the field, and I have just been really attached to it ever since. During this pandemic, a lot has changed in school, in my work life, and also in the career and program of the radiography program. We have to put in a lot of hours at clinical. On top of that, you have to put in a lot of time doing classwork at home. And during the pandemic, we don't go to IUN as often, so I'm doing Zooms, watching online lectures. It's a lot of extra work that I need to schedule time for, include on top of working and on top of going to clinical, while also trying to have some type of a personal life, because that's also very important. The scholarship helps me tremendously because it allows me not to have to work as much during school. If I didn't have the scholarship, I have to put in a lot more hours at work to be able to afford going to school. The scholarship allows me to lessen the time I work so I can focus more on my classwork, focus more on clinical, and focus more on my grades so I can continue to have success in my career that got me to earn the scholarship that I greatly appreciate. I want to thank all the donors that have put their time and effort into creating the scholarship. I appreciate it so much, and every little bit helps for me, and this has helped me tremendously as well. In my future, I plan to become a radiation therapist. I want to do that by attending the radiation therapy program here at IUN as well. It's a great program. It's hard to get into, but I'm hoping with all the extra time I have due to the scholarship, I can put in the work to be able to be accepted into the program. I want to thank all the donors again for all the effort that they put into allowing me to earn the scholarship. It really makes me feel that all my hard work is paying off. thank you again so much for everything that you guys have done for me and allowing me to earn the scholarship. Next, I am very pleased to introduce the next speaker. It's the president of Indiana University, Michael McRobbie. He is one of the longest serving presidents of a major American research university, having been the president of IU since 2007. Under his leadership, IU has seen record growth in external research funding, construction, student quality, diversity, international engagement, and private funding through IU's Bicentennial Campaign, as well as a comprehensive academic restructuring of the university. I am very pleased to welcome to the screen the 18th president of Indiana University, Michael McRobbie.
Thank you very much, Jared. It is truly a pleasure to virtually join Chancellor Iwama, his wife, Joanne, and so many colleagues and friends of IU Northwest to help honor this year's recipients of the Chancellor's Medallion Scholarship. As IU Northwest exemplifies, the regional campuses of Indiana University have made vital contributions to their regions and the state of Indiana for many decades. They are increasingly the first choice for some of the state's most outstanding high school students. They also serve as invaluable economic and community development catalysts in their regions, and they are playing a key role in helping the state achieve its goal of substantially increasing the number of Indiana residents with college degrees. Earlier this year, IU contracted with MC, a labor market analytics firm, to do a study on the university's statewide economic impact. The results of the study demonstrate the enormous impact IU continues to have in contributing to a prosperous, productive, and innovative Indiana economy. Through our core missions to ensure student achievement, conduct world-class research and innovation, and engage our expertise and resources in the communities we serve, IU is helping to drive the state's talent strategy, support high-quality jobs, generate major revenue, and contribute to a pervasive entrepreneurial culture throughout the university and our state. The report demonstrates that during fiscal year 2019, IU created $9.9 billion in added income for the state of Indiana. This impact on Indiana can be felt widely and tangibly across each of its 92 counties, including in Northwest Indiana. In fact, the report found that IU Northwest added $264.1 million in income to the regional economy in fiscal year 2019 alone. This income simply would not have existed in the region without IU Northwest. This is also an annual impact, which will continue year after year as IU Northwest continues to serve students. Moreover, IU Northwest supported 4,138 regional jobs, which means that 1 out of every 98 jobs in the IU Northwest service area is supported by the activities of the campus and its students. And the report also found that for every dollar students and taxpayers invest in IU Northwest, students will receive $3.90 in the form of higher future earnings, and taxpayers will receive $1.30 in the form of added tax revenues and government savings. By almost any measure and across every economic sector, IU Northwest delivers a substantial positive impact on the region and a strong return on investment for its students, taxpayers, and Indiana as a whole. As many of you may know, last month we announced the conclusion of the Bicentennial Campaign, by far the most successful fundraising campaign in IU's history and one of the most successful ever by a public university in the United States. The final total raised was nearly $3.9 billion, contributed to by over 300,000 individual donors, shattering the original goal of $2.5 billion. This was also the first ever university-wide campaign involving every IU campus. All campuses, schools, and units performed magnificently in raising the vital funds to support the goals of this campaign, demonstrating enormous energy, dedication, and creativity. And I'm also pleased to report that IU Northwest also surpassed its $8 million goal, raising nearly $10.4 million. This total includes nearly $2.2 million in funds to establish 44 new student scholarships that will allow students who could not otherwise afford to attend college to attend IU Northwest and earn an education that will change their lives. The generosity of IU Northwest faculty and staff also merits special mention. Current and former IU Northwest faculty and staff members donated more than $3 million, nearly 30% of the overall IU Northwest total. Their generosity confirms the confidence they have in the future of the campus and the direction in which it is headed. I know that many of you who are watching tonight made generous contributions to the campaign, for which Indiana University and the IU Northwest campus are deeply grateful. On behalf of Indiana University, let me express our congratulations to this year's Chancellor's Medallion Student Scholarship recipients. And let me also express our thanks to all of you for all you have done and continue to do for Indiana University. Your generosity with your time, your energy, and your resources has transformed Indiana University and the IU Northwest campus into an educational community of high quality and relevance and a driver of regional transformation.
Thank you, President McRobbie and Executive Vice President Applegate, for joining us this evening. For those of you that do not know who I am, I'm Despina Liascos, current president of the Indiana University Northwest Alumni Association Board. As a proud alumna, the Chancellor's Medallion celebration has become an annual tradition that I look forward to every year. I would like to thank the President and Executive Vice President for joining us and making this year's program even more spectacular. I would also like to congratulate our Medallion Scholarship recipients, Chanelle, Leslie, and Jared. Wow, you are all so amazing. I encourage you to keep up the good work. Keep your head high and never forget your goals, and always, always keep doing your best and continue to move forward. I can share with you that I am forever grateful for my IU Northwest degree. I continue to stay connected to my alma mater because this place means a lot to me. It was here that I truly realized how the world works, studying business and economics. As part of my connection to this campus, I've also been passionate about helping students. I, like many others here tonight, am an educator. I'm currently teaching business because of my degree, and it has opened a lot of doors for me, and I'm very passionate about being an educator, and that's why I care about our students at IU Northwest as well. I've seen many of my students move forward and go to college and also go to IU Northwest. I'm currently teaching at Thornwood High School, and many of my students are very similar to the students that attend IU Northwest campus. And so, and with that, I'd like to say that our students need the support. They need to ensure the access to an affordable, life-changing education that's vitally important. When you support IU Northwest, the students receive the confidence to dream big, to envision their futures, to realize their potential, and to be someone. With our support, there are no limits to what our students and this region can accomplish. Just imagine for a minute the collective impact we could all make, the collective change we could see, the collective results we could experience if we all give back in our own way to the region's university, IU Northwest. Perhaps that's through mentoring a student, or maybe it's supporting our athletics program by attending a Red Hawks game. Of course, that's when we can. Or by making a gift to support the scholarships so that you can empower an IU Northwest student just like the ones we are honoring this evening. Whatever and however you decide to give back, stay connected and engaged with IU Northwest. Please understand the tremendous impact your generosity can have not only on a student, on the impact to this region. Each of us holds the innate power to inspire, to engage, and to transform. Please consider making your gift at iun.edu/medallion. In honor of today's celebration, let's close this program, just as Hoosiers do, by singing IU's official alma mater song, Hail to Old IU. And if you watch closely, you might even see a familiar face. I want to thank everyone so much. I want you to enjoy your evening, and please consider giving back to Indiana University Northwest. Our students depend on us, and so does our region. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
South Bend.
Elizabeth Curtis, Indiana University, Kokomo.
Rachel McCrory, IU Southeast.
Colin Eads, IUPUI.
Despina Liascos, Indiana University Northwest.
Sam Ritter, Bloomington.